Right. Well, welcome to Magic in the Ordinary. Today it is my joy and privilege to welcome two very talented musicians from the well-loved Irish and classical country band, Fiddle and Flannels. So, Sam and Sean, thank you so much for coming to the show.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us on.
So, my family and we're huge fans of your music. You guys are not only talented musicians, but also just really fun performers. So today I wanted to start by going back to the origins of the band. Can you tell us like a little bit about what inspired you guys to start playing, to start the band, all that stuff?
Oh yeah, it really started with us three brothers kind of getting together. It was a little bit of my parents kind of forcing us to play together, uh, maybe hoping we would get along a bit more if we had something in common. And then it kind of just spiraled from
Mm.
there. We started playing open mic nights at coffee shops, and yeah, we grew a little
Oh,
bit. Now we're headlining Irish Fair.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I think our church played a huge part in it too. So again,
Mm.
coming from a family of brothers, the three of us kind of grew up playing music together. We took piano lessons, all four of us brothers, and then that kind of transferred to playing music at Mass. We met Jada, our fiddle player, at Mass, playing music there, and then she kind of just fit right in, and we've been jamming out from the worship music to the country music to the Irish music. We kind of do it all.
That's so awesome. Did you guys, when you first started playing in coffee shops, like, were you just thinking just coffee shops, or were you thinking, could you kind of see long term that you were going to make a bigger band and do the Irish festivals and things like that?
I was kind of always looking long term, trying to get it a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Um, playing, it really started out just like, oh my gosh, this coffee shop down the road's having an open mic night. Let's try it out. And
Oh,
then we started
fun.
going more and more. And my dad got us in, used his connections with the local Irish bars. And
Okay.
then Sam started reaching out to more places. And
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I think that's the biggest challenge is just getting into places and getting our
Mhm.
foot in the door. And when we started, it was yeah, we didn't know where it would really take us. We were just kind of throwing darts at the dartboard and saying, "Are they going to let us play here?" We weren't really expecting a lot, I would say, but we've been blessed with so many amazing opportunities, and we continue to be blessed. We just booked another one today, so. It's going to be
Yay!
great.
Oh, that's fantastic. And I'm curious, how did you guys pick this particular genre of music? So the Irish and the country, is there anything that drew you to those things in particular?
The Irish was really how we started out. Our
Okay.
family is very Irish. We've always loved the Irish music. So when it came time to start performing, the first real places we performed were Irish bars. So that
Okay.
kind of drove it a little as well. And then also just the fact that it's really easy music to perform live. Like it's very much
Mm.
focused more on the talent of the musicians versus rap and pop are focused more on like their electric backing tracks. So it's much more music that you can
Oh,
create and personalize to yourself.
okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I think it also fit just with our just what we like. Kind of what Sean was saying. We grew up listening to Irish music. We grew up listening to country music, and then that kind of melded with our instrumentation. Jada playing the fiddle. The fiddle kind of works with the Irish vibes and also with the country vibes. So it kind of just all blends together, and we just like having fun. So doing what we love and playing the music that we like, and we hope other people enjoy it as well.
Yeah, I do think that was something that hit me the first time I watched you guys was that the Irish in the country, it kind of invites audience participation. Like I just feel like I'm always like clapping along and it's very fun performance music. So it's cool to kind of see, yeah, like it's a fun thing for you guys to perform, but also it is a very fun thing to kind of participate in and watch and sing along to as well. That's
Yeah,
fun.
sure.
Yeah, I don't.
Um,
I think people don't really when they hear like Irish music and country music together, I think they think there's kind of this hard separation, but I think people are surprised that we kind of do a decent job of blending it together and
mhm.
making a show that kind of everybody loves, even if like you're not a country music fan or you're not an Irish music fan. We'll sprinkle in some pop songs and some classic songs that everybody loves. So there's really something for everybody in our set.
That's cool. Because it does feel very cohesive every time I've seen you guys play. It feels like it all blends together. Have you guys worked on slowly over the years designing like a set list that feels cohesive, or is it just kind of something that unfolded naturally?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of trial and error, just trying to figure out what feels right, what songs kind of go together, what songs people enjoy or don't enjoy. We're constantly uh, adding new stuff to the set list, and so then
Mhm.
which are the old songs do we got to take off, and constantly playing for different types of environments. So if
Okay.
there's a lot of kids going to be at this one, if it's going to be more Irish heavy, is it going to be more country music heavy?
Mm.
Um, is it going to be? We just recently played at St. John's where I go to school, and so that we kind of sprinkled in some pop music as well. And so what are the vibes that we're trying to go for? We kind of try to tailor it to our audience a little.
That's cool. So I guess what are some obstacles to success, and then how do you overcome those as well?
Well, I mean, there's a little bit of everything. We definitely have some problems just, all communicating as a band, making sure that every
Mm.
member of the band gets a say in what's done. And
Yeah.
then also, we're really young, and some places when we try to reach out to bars, not there aren't a lot of bars that are comfortable having, 16-year-old
Oh.
Devin playing.
Oh my goodness.
Trying to overcome that as well, making sure that when we are performing, that people don't see us as just a bunch of little children running around frantically, but they see us as the professional musicians that we are.
Mm. Hmm.
Yeah, I think kind of Sean kind of nailed it. The two biggest obstacles, I'd say, well, yeah, just getting like musically, it's just getting our foot in the door of places that trying to we're playing in, trying to play bigger places, trying to play to different crowds that we maybe haven't played towards before. And yeah, we're very young, we're still growing, and so um, we are really grateful for the businesses and for the cities and for all the people who kind of take a chance on us and let us perform. We're really grateful, and there hasn't been a show that we've done that we haven't been invited back. We haven't had we haven't wowed. People come in with kind of lower expectations, and we do our best to kind of meet and then exceed them. Other obstacles. I mean, it's three brothers, so there's there's not. I'm not going to say there isn't conflict sometimes, but another kind of rising obstacle is, I'm in college now. Jada just started her first year of college. Sean's gonna come up, so it kind of navigating what our goals for the band will be in the future, based on where people are going to school. Are they gonna stay here in the metro area? Are they gonna go off someplace?
Yeah.
How long are we gonna play? So just kind of starting to, we're all starting to grow up. Do we want to have families? How is that going to fit into that as well?
Yeah, so many good things to think about. Um, I guess on the flip side of that, kind of how do you guys define success? Because I know there's different tiers of like you're already playing out shows and things. Maybe this is success, but I know sometimes people are looking forward. How would you guys define it?
Well, I always try to go with just like a little bit more. Like,
Okay.
right now, right now we're playing a lot of great plays. We're doing a lot of great things. Maybe just to hair more than that. And
I
maybe
like
we
that.
have right now our set includes a lot of cover songs. Maybe success would be getting some people to actually know some of our original songs, so that when we play them,
Mm,
people start to know that. Maybe expanding our right now we play mainly in Minnesota, a little bit in Wisconsin, so maybe expanding that a little bit more,
I like that.
playing more across the Midwest, getting more gigs is definitely a big thing that attributes to that. So
Yeah.
it's always just the next thing up.
Okay.
Yeah, I really agree with that. I think it's just, whatever God wants us to be, that's what we're going to be.
Mm,
If that means, yeah, people knowing our original songs, that's going to be great. I think in the short term, like success is, we deliver a good show and people leave the show feeling like they've been entertained, like it's been worth it. I think that's how I would define successful show. Did we have fun on the stage? Did we feel like we brought everything that we could? Sometimes we walk away from the stage and we're like, yeah, we kind of did not play our best tonight, and we really need to work on, bringing that energy. Or, when St. Patrick's Day week comes and we play 5 gigs in 2 days or 3 days, and we're on that back end of it, and the last thing we want to do is unpack and repack the van for a fifth or sixth time. It gets a little tiring, it looks a little exhausting, but still striving to bring that authentic energy, that show that people come to expect out of us. And it's really fun. I mean, it is a blast. It has its challenges, it has its ups and downs. I really honestly wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, that's so cool. So I've got questions off of that. Like, how do you guys continue honing
Yeah.
your craft? For one thing, like you're talking about constantly growing. What's way you guys one way you guys do that?
Well, I mean, practicing every day,
Oh.
getting getting better at just, your individual instruments as well. And
Mhm.
then also, I mean, I take a lot of inspiration from other musicians, have a lot of
Oh.
friends who are musicians, and, just looking at, what are the professionals doing, and then just trying to imitate that, go off that, and, using their inspiration, using their inside knowledge to get a little better.
I love that. Learning from the greats.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, a lot of musical network is good. Getting to know people, having connections in the industry, building those relationships with people,
Mhm.
building relationships with people, it accomplishes great things. I also think, I mean, I obviously, I'll echo what Sean says about, individual effort. It's one thing if we're getting better as a band, but that starts with, each of us perfecting abilities instrumentally. As you know or may not know, if you're viewing, I usually play this little box drum thing called the cajon. I also play piano from time to time, but I just started taking lessons formally on the drum kit. So, it never stops. There's always room to grow. There's always room for improvement, be it vocally, individually, instrumentally, or as a group coming together. Obviously, a few of us are away at college, so those full band practices are get a little few and far between during the winter months. But as the summer and spring commence, we'll get together a lot more. St. Patrick's Day's coming up, so we have a lot of Irish gigs coming up, and so looking forward to those.
Awesome. And you guys also mentioned in original songs. So where does inspiration come from for those? Kind of how do those work?
Well, I write all of our original songs, and
Right.
I mean, it kind of comes from everywhere. What I like to do is, I mean, I have my notes app on my phone, and my phone's always with me. So whenever I hear something, just in a conversation, or if I overhear something, overhear a word that I like or a phrase that I like, I just write it down, and then I, try to build a song off of that.
Mm.
And then a lot of it is just listening to music. I listen to a ton of music. I have all these artists that I do like, and then I, try to imitate their styles. I definitely do see, like, when I write, the style of the song I write definitely correlates with the artist that I'm listening to at that time. And I
Yes.
can definitely, like, once I'm finished, I can point out, be like, oh, yeah, here are all these similarities. And then, yeah, it's just a lot of taking what I hear, taking what other
Mm.
artists have done, and then just twisting it a little bit and making it my own.
For you, do lyrics come first or melody come first, or is it kind of a altogether thing?
It's kind of an all-together thing.
Okay.
I usually have at least a little bit of a roadmap as to where the music's gonna go, and then try to, write or sing a melody or write words on top of that.
Okay.
But most of it is very cohesive. It's I'm playing, writing, and singing at the same time, and then, scrapping everything and going back, finding what works. And most of the songs I write are not that great. Maybe one out of every 10 is actually, like, gig worthy.
Mhm.
like we could actually play it live. So a lot of it ends up getting scrapped, but those ones that do end up making the cut are, in my opinion, very, very good songs.
Yes. I love seeing that process because it reminds me a lot of like the writing process in terms of like fiction books. Like I write
Mm,
that. So that whole process of you have to write draft after draft after draft, and what you get published might be your 20th draft. And I had to have all those other drafts coming up to it. But then once you get that final draft, it's all worth it. So I'm thinking like that kind of like
yep.
correlates to that. You know, you have all these songs and that one that you have, that's like the golden thing you're so excited to share with the world.
Mhm.
Um, you have kind of an additional piece of things because you have an entire band. Do you write then the pieces or do you kind of work with the band members? Like, how does that process work of making it this full-fledged piece for all of the band?
Well, it really depends on the song because,
Mhm.
I write all the words and then I'll, maybe play a recording. I'll send a recording of a song to Sam, or I'll, play it just for all the members of the band, and then we'll, either Sam or I will write out a part on the violin that Jada can play, and then it all
Okay.
comes together.
Right, so are there any what's on the horizon for you guys? Any new songs coming up or any new dreams? Yeah, on the horizon.
Well, we got a couple things. I mean, like we've mentioned a couple times, St. Patrick's Day is coming up,
Yeah,
and for the Irish musicians, that is the biggest day of the year. So
amazing.
we're gonna be playing a lot over that course. We're coming up. We're looking at lots of different gigs, lots of different shows. So yeah, we got a lot of great stuff coming up.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you can definitely check out our website, fiddleandflannel.com, has all our upcoming dates. I'm just working on finalizing one with the city of Maple Grove. So we're looking at doing a music in the park in Maple Grove coming up in August. That's a ways out, but working on finalizing that one. We have plenty leading up to that, though. St. Patrick's Day week is our busiest week of the year. It's on spring break at Jada and I's college. So uh, that lines up pretty perfectly. Um, we'll also, I guess, be doing living stations as that week also at Church of St. Paul in Ham Lake. So a lot of us are helping out doing music for that, just on our individual capacity. So St. Patrick's Day week is going to be really big. Look at our website, and then yeah, who knows where the summer is going to take us.
Amazing. And if people are far away from Minnesota, where can they find your music online? Is there like a YouTube channel, I'm guessing? Um,
Yeah, we have
yeah.
Fiddle and Flannels Band, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube for YouTube videos, Pandora, I mean, anywhere you listen to music or stream, we're on there. You can look at our website, leave us a Google review.
Yeah.
That always helps out. Fiddle and Flannels.
Fantastic. Well, you guys, thank you so much for coming on the show, and I can't wait to see what happens next with the band.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.